So the big question is this: how do you lose all the weight that you want and actually keep it off for the rest of your life, while trying to make sense of all the noise that comes from the weight loss industry? That is the question. And this podcast will give you the answers.
G'day guys, and welcome to the next episode of the Weight Loss Secrets podcast. My name is Baron Grant and I'm rapt to be with you for another episode where we talk all things weight loss, all things that are going to be able to help you to lose the weight and keep it off for the rest of your life. Now, of course, as always, my podcasts are brought to you by Ditching the Diet, where you can go to ditchingthediet.com, head there and you can see you can download my new book, you can see my programs, and you can even book a call directly with me and I can see if I can help you on your weight loss journey. I'm sure I can. And there's a little button at the top right-hand corner of my webpage at ditchingthediet.com where you can book a call directly with me and we can have a chat and see if I'm your guy. Now, that all said, I want to talk a little bit more, probably expand a bit more on the discussion that we had on another episode, which was about sugary drinks. And I spoke predominantly about soft drinks, where on this episode, I want to talk a little bit about juice. Now, I'm not going to go through every juice and everything in the whole planet because there's too much stuff. But the question is fruit juice good for me when I'm trying to lose weight? Now, notice how I had to clarify when I'm trying to lose weight. Is fruit juice good for me? The answer would probably be yes, because fruit juice has lots of good stuff in it, lots of good vitamins, lots of good antioxidants, depending on how it's sort of put together. But generally speaking, it's not unhealthy. The problem is fruit juice is extremely unhelpful when it comes to losing weight. That's the truth. And straight up, you know how I like to say things pretty straight. If you want to lose weight, you cannot drink juice. Fruit juice at all, zero, nothing, nada. Don't think it's good at all. It's not good for you when you're trying to lose weight. That's the real message. And I'm going to explain why, just so it all makes sense. Because sometimes we look at juice and we go, man, that's healthy. So what? There's lots of things that are healthy. And if you just eat them because they're healthy, then you'll gain weight. So it's not super helpful. So a couple of things I want to go through. Let's talk orange juice first, because I would say orange juice is probably the most consumed juice. That's according to Baron Grant. I wouldn't have a clue, but that's the one I like, and that's what I see lots of other people drinking. So I'm going to go with orange juice as the most consumed drink in my eyes. Now, juice in my eyes. So when we look at orange juice, I want to keep the idea of 600 mils going, because that's what I spoke about on the other drink, so we can do some good comparisons between, soft drinks and fruit juices. Now, before we go any further, people will say, but Baron, it's natural sugars versus processed sugars. What are you trying to do? You're trying to lose weight. Therefore, natural sugars will make you fat, processed sugars will make you fat. That's it. Don't think that they're going to somehow magically do different things in your body. Sugar turns to fat really quickly. So whether it comes from fruit juice or whether it comes from a chocolate bar, one is not better than the other. Now, if it comes from a piece of fruit, then it's not that the sugar's better for you, it's that there's better stuff in there along with the sugar. But just don't be convinced that just because it's a natural sugar, it's great for you. It's not at all when you're trying to lose weight. In fact, it is. You'll put on weight just as quick drinking juice than what you will drinking any other sugary drink. And that's my point today. When we look at a 600 ml orange juice, there is 283 calories, 52 grams of sugar. So you're going to get one of those bottles from Coles or Woolies or wherever you shop, and it is in that 600 ml, there is 52 grams of sugar. I had to repeat that because it sounds more dramatic. But 13 teaspoons. 13 teaspoons. If you remember on the previous one that I did, I held up a glass, and those that are listening can't hear that, but I poured 17 teaspoons into that glass because that's what the equivalent was for the amount of sugar that is in a bottle of Solo. But do the same thing with an orange juice. And suddenly, if you're drinking 2 or 3 orange juices a week, you are drinking bucket loads of sugar, right? All you're doing is going, I want to put fat on. If you drink orange juice, you're wanting to put fat on, now that you know this. So it has to be a conscious choice. Do I want to put weight on? Awesome, I'm going to drink the orange juice. Genuinely, that's it, right? So 13 teaspoons of sugar in that healthy, I use inverted commas, orange juice. Now, what's another example? Another example is Boost juice. Probably get shot for saying this by some Boost Juice representative. But Boost Juice, it was really funny when I went onto their website because they I'm going to go through one of their juices and the nutritional content. And it made me laugh because it was marketed on there for this one, which was a banana mango bling, right? It's marketed as low fat. Why don't you market it as high sugar? That would be a way better option. But it's marketed as low fat. So what? Absolutely, so what? Anyway, so it's marketed as high sugar. And that's very, very true. So in a 610 mil, I don't want to take away the extra 10 mils that you get, but in the 610 mil, you will consume 424 calories. This is a fruit juice. 424 calories. Of that, you will consume 72 grams of sugar. 72. 18 teaspoons if you put it in a glass. 18 teaspoons is more than a bottle of Solo. So if you're trying to lose weight, if you prefer, drink the Solo. It's better than the juice. It's insane, right? So we look at this and we go, that's the healthy option. It doesn't matter if we can find health in it. What matters is how many calories does it have and how much sugar does it have? That's what it's all about. In another episode, we're going to talk about carbohydrates and sugar and all that sort of stuff together. But all of those things, sugar and carbs, make us fat. That is the whole story. And they're tarted up in a variety of different products to make us not notice them as much because somehow these products are healthy. Somehow these drinks are healthy and they're just not. They're not going to help us to be able to lose weight. When you look at oranges, right? So when you eat an orange, it has lots more fiber in it. So if you sit down and eat one orange, you'll be comfortable with eating one orange. You're not going to feel like you need to eat 5 oranges. When you drink the juice, so much of the fiber is removed, and therefore you can drink 7.5 oranges in your 600 ml of juice. And sometimes people talk to me about cold pressed juices, but Baron, it's cold pressed. So what? It doesn't matter. What matters is how much sugar is in it and how many calories are in it. That's what we're always going to talk about when it comes to losing weight. So if you want to lose weight, don't drink fruit juices. I don't care how they're tarted up. I don't care how they're marketed. I don't care if it's got some superfood in it magically that's mixed in with the kilos of sugar. Be really careful of the marketing that you see on all of these beverages. I'll tell you the best beverage, it's water. But Baron, I don't like water. So what? It doesn't matter what you like, your body needs water. And just wait until we do the no added sugar podcast coming up soon because that stuff is terrible, right? So if you don't like water, it doesn't matter what you like, drink water. Because that's the best thing. You can convince yourself that you need flavor, but all you're doing is convincing yourself, if you drink this stuff, you will gain weight. So be okay with that equation. And that's okay. But you don't get to whine about it anymore. Ooh, I'm on a rant today. I'm on a rant because I get frustrated. People say, but I don't like this and I don't like that. And I'm like, it doesn't really matter. If you feel like you need extra sugar, that's fine. If you feel like you need it, it doesn't mean you need to put it in your mouth. And this stuff is just big sugar. And it will make you bigger by drinking it. So I want you to look at what you're drinking, right? Everything that is not water is doing damage to your body, frankly. Water's the best thing. Now, I'm not saying you should never drink all that stuff, right? If you're a healthy weight and you're managing your weight and you're okay and you can have some occasionally, that's okay. But it is such an occasional thing. When I say occasionally, I'm not talking about every week smashing it down. Maybe every few weeks you might smash one down. But otherwise, you've got to just take the consequences that come from drinking that stuff. It is so bad for us, so bad. There's a website actually I really encourage everybody to go to called Rethink Sugar. I think it's a government initiative, but man, it is so good. It highlights all the sugar that's in all these sugary drinks. It shows exactly what happens in the body. There's videos that will help you to understand what's going on when we're consuming this stuff. And soft drink is one of the worst things, sugary drinks are one of the worst things that you can be drinking for us in general. They're just unhealthy things that are made to make money, the sole purpose. Don't ever get sucked in by the nutritional content that they act like is in them. It is all about how much sugar am I drinking? And in that stuff, you're going to be drinking heaps. My message today, get away from the sugary drinks. That includes fruit juices. If you want juices, hit the veggie juices. They're a way better option. You can still have some juice, there you go. The veggie juice, that's the option. Stay away from the sugary fruit juices. They're no good for our bodies if we're trying to lose weight. Enjoy your water. We'll talk soon.